Good morning. This is the Higher Grounds Podcast Morning Minute Meditation, and I am Pastor Josh Montgomery of the Safe Harbor Baptist Church in Salisbury, North Carolina. In 2 Samuel chapter number 6, David is bringing back the Ark of the Covenant. They're having a big celebration. Everybody's excited. They are transporting the Ark on a new cart that David had made. And all of a sudden, the oxen that is pulling the cart stumbles, and a man by the name of Uzzah reaches forth his hand to stay the ark. And as soon as his hand touched the ark, God killed him. Now, God would have never killed Uzzah had Uzzah not touched the ark. But Uzzah never would have touched the ark had David not placed the Ark of the Covenant on that cart. We know from studying the laws earlier in the book of Leviticus and Numbers, and even in the book of Exodus, that the Ark of the Lord was not to be brought on a cart, but rather it was to be carried by staves. It had rings where they had run these poles through, and they would carry the Ark, and it would not ride on a cart. But you see, the reason that David put it on a new cart, there's a couple reasons. First of all, he didn't go back to the book, but really the way the cart got to where it was at was because the Philistines, in 1 Samuel chapter number 5, they had put the ark on a cart and sent it back. You remember the story of the two milk cows? They put the ark on the cart, and the two milk cows brought it back into Israel. And God did not judge the Philistines for that. Here's why. Because the Philistines didn't know any better. But David knew better. David had truth. Here's my thought this morning. I'm afraid there's a lot of men in our movement. They want to bring in the glory of God. They want to bring in, quote unquote, the presence of God. But they're doing it in a worldly fashion. They are using the new cart of the Philistines. And that's not how God wants it done. We could read on and we understand that David later in the text goes back to the book and finds out how God wants it done. And I would admonish us all today to make sure we go back to the book and we don't try to use a worldly method to bring about a spiritual result. From the Higher Grounds Podcast family, you have a great day. God bless you.